Hello, I'm Brita, webmistress of the dark. I thought you might have a project that needs some realistic wood grain, like some wooden doors, or maybe a wall, or perhaps a giant steampunk device. So today I wanted to show you this wood grain painting technique. So first I start with a plain tan base coat. I actually used my sprayer, and it's the same base coat as I used for all the castle walls I've done and carved out of foam. This is foam. And since I'm building, I need lightweight construction, and foam's a bit cheaper than solid wood of this much wood. So I used foam. You could probably use corrugated cardboard as long as it will hold up to the wet moisture of the paint, because we're doing a wash coat in this technique. So start with whatever you have for your project, paint it a light tan base coat, and then start with some different colors of brown paint. This is the dark chocolate brown I used. It's a cheap acrylic craft paint. It's nice that these can give you a consistent color even if you buy multiple bottles when you're doing a large project like this that you want it to match. So this was the dark chocolate color. That was the nice dark one. And the other is the medium brown that I had. I just had this in my stash already, so I used it. It gave a more reddish quality, and that extra color gave it a lot of depth. So I used only one bottle of this and about 2 bottles of this one for my project. So take the paint straight out of the tube or bottle, load up your brush, just the edge. Make sure you don't have globs though, so dab a little bit off, but you do want enough paint going straight onto the surface. Then you do little streaks like this. Tapering is good. Make sure they all go in the same direction to be wood grain. After your accent marks with undiluted paint are fully dry, then take a half and half diluted of the same color with water. And I had a leftover paint bottle, so I can shake it up in this so I can be consistent between my panels. Then go ahead, don't put too much on your tray because it will evaporate as you're painting, so just keep refilling. So just liberally just go over it. Now don't be worried that it looks like you're taking out all your texture, because as it dries it will dry paler. It'll be a thinner coat once it dries. So just take over the entire thing. There you can see the difference now that it's dry. So it's not nearly as dark as it was when it was a wet layer of paint. So just don't be scared when your 50-50 dilution looks a little dark when you put it on. One other comment is that make sure that if you're leaving anything to dry without finishing the whole entire diluted coat, to fade your edges so you don't have a sharp edge that's dried that won't blend into when you start again. Now let's see what it looks like all finished. Here you can see the difference of before the 50% wash coat and after. So that still looks pretty stripy because I've got several different layers of wash coats and straight paint streaks on it to make my wood grain texture. And then it evens out and looks more like wood when we have the wash coat over the top. So now that our final coat of paint has dried, I've got everything arranged here for you so you can see it all in one place. So this is the nice dark wood grain technique, which took a lot of layers. If you wanted to more of an oak look or a pine or something lighter, you could stop at earlier stages, or you could use different shades of brown to get that effect. So this here has the base coat of tan, which is the same base coat as a little lighter than this castle wall here. Then I used the dark chocolate, and I did the streaks of the full strength paint as one coat. Then I did a 50% diluted wash of that same color over that layer. Then when that was dry, I did the medium brown, same full strength streaks, waited for that to dry, then a 50% wash of the same color. Then I thought it needed to be a little bit darker, so I went back with the dark chocolate again, did the same streaks, let those dry, did the 50% wash again, and this is what we came up with, is this nice, lovely dark wood grain, perfect for my plans this year. I hope this has helped you in your projects. For more projects like this, you can buy my books, Eerie Elegance or Enhanced Eerie Elegance, and I hope you have a fantastic Halloween. Happy haunting!